everybody. This is Nick Simpson. We're going to be discussing a couple things here, and this is the video series on content is king, and here's how. And I just wanted to let you guys know that there's a lot of things you can do with the on-page content, as they call it, guys, to help you out as far as search engine results go, and also ease of use as far as it goes for the surfer who's viewing your site or the visitors coming to your site. So I want to go ahead and outline a couple different tags, HTML tags, that are very useful with your on-page content, guys. I'm sorry I didn't get this cleaned off before I started here. The first tags I want to talk about are the H1 and the H2 tags. Okay. Now these two tags are simple HTML tags. If you were actually going to encompass text, it would look like this. You would have H1, then your text, whatever that may be, and then you would have an actual closing H1 tag. So it looks something like that in your code, guys. That's all. But anyhow, what these do, they do actually a couple of things, guys. They will make your text bigger, and that is not a bad thing. But let me get this erased here, and I'll show you actually. In your CSS style sheet, if you don't use a style sheet, guys, this may not actually apply to you. And if you're not, I would suggest that you start using one. So in your style sheet, you can give attributes to an H1 tag to make the font any size you would like, any color you'd like, and so on and so forth. By default, I believe it's I'm not sure the point size, it's a 3 or 4 point size font, basically meaning a large text. And why is this important? Now, if you have an article, you can have the title of the article that looks big just by encapsulating it with your H1 tag, okay? That will make this title large. You might not use the H1 on your body of your text, so your text looks smaller below it. Now, as far as formatting, this is a really simple way to give yourself a nice, bold, larger title to your article. But as far as SEO goes, this is an excellent way to raise the rankings of your page, because Google says if something's encapsulated in an H1 tag, this is the main topic of this page. This is more important if it is encompassed with the H1 tag. Okay, so that is very important for SEO. And Google also says H2, which is generally it's a little bit smaller text size, anything in the header 2 tag is the second most important thing. Now, guys, you hear me talk a lot about WordPress and how this is important and why it's useful and why you should use it for SEO purposes. By default, WordPress will use this H1 tag for the website titles, and it will make the titles of every post on your website in H2 tag. Now, depending on which theme you use, this may be changed because different themes use different style sheets. Now, guys, understand when you change this, it may change the way your page is set up. But if you're using a standard WordPress install, and most templates will use the same format as far as the title of the website being H1. So make sure the title of your website in WordPress is accurate, because that's going to be the most important thing to Google on your pages. Okay? And then the posts, what you're actually posting, are going to use the H2 tag, and they'll be the second most important. And that is a logical pattern for Google to follow as it spiders a site, and this is very helpful. So get you some WordPress, guys. It works. Now, if you're not using WordPress, you can add this HTML to any website in the world, and it will work identically as I have explained here. And another tag I wanted to talk about, this is something that Google has kind of become sticklers about. I think they're pretty picky. Trying to get rid of the old HTML tags and move to the new ones, guys. And this is something just simple and straightforward. And if you're not writing the code for your site, it's probably something you'll never actually do. So I just want you to understand the concept here. But Google is valuing the strong tag tags would look like, okay? Bold and strong give you the exact same result on the page by making the text bold. That's what it does. Both of these tags do nothing different. Absolutely nothing different, guys. If you make 2 lines of text, make one bold, one strong, they're going to look the same. But the difference is that our buddies over at Google prefer this one. Okay, so I can tell you what I'm going to be using on my pages is strong. Bold is out, guys. Does it still work in Internet Explorer? Yeah. Does it still work in Firefox? Yeah. Chrome? Yeah. Doesn't make a difference, guys. Yeah, it'll work and it will display correctly. But if you're trying to drive traffic to a website and build a business, what you want to do is make your code as concise and usable as possible. And if Google says they like this, then that's what you need to be using. Okay? And that's just another tag. And there's a couple others out there that are probably the same way, guys. But I'm not going to get into those right now. But this is all on-page content. This is stuff you can edit that's already on your web page and actually get higher ranking results and higher search engine result listings literally by just changing the tags on the page content you already have. And if you don't want to spend the time to do it, I don't know what to tell you, because if you have a lot of pages, I understand there's a lot of work involved to go through this. There's a lot of great find and replace applications that will let you find and replace the information through a page. I would suggest downloading one of these if you don't want to manually edit this information. You could simply say find the B and replace with strong, and these little apps will do that for you. So I'd go ahead and check one of those out. And guys, you know, we're going to get back into more of the actual writing later, but one thing I wanted to cover really quick is if your web page, this is your web page title, and if you have, this is something that you can help, but not always. If you have multiple articles on one page, and those are the titles, guys, I don't know, those are the titles to your different articles, and each one of these articles is on the same topic, you want to use different titles. Say they're all on the same topic of dog training. You can use the same words and repeat them, but you don't want Google to think you're spamming keywords. And this is just something else that ran across my mind, kind of off topic, guys. I'm sorry, but dog training, and dog training, 1, 2, and 3 is no good as far as Google is concerned, because they don't like to see repeated text. And especially if they see it repeated in an H1 or 2 tag, they're going to see that as keyword spamming, guys. So you may change the titles to dog training videos, learn how to train a dog, and the third one could be obedience training for dogs. My point is this, guys, you don't want to have a bunch of repeated text, especially in the header tags, the H1 and H2 tags, the heading tags. You don't want to repeat the text. You want unique titles, and that will really really help you as far as Google is concerned, guys. So just something to review when you're looking through your pages and stuff. You know, a lot of times if you have a section of a blog and a category, you may have very similar articles every time. But what you want to avoid are the very similar titles, because Google sees this as less descriptive and more spammy. And in many cases it is, but I understand that there are times where this happens and it's just natural that it's happened. But you can still alleviate the problem of Google not liking that by correcting the titles in the actual articles. Now, guys, if you have 3 topics on the same, or 3 articles on the same topic, the odds are the keywords in the title are going to repeat through the body of the content naturally, regardless. So you're still going to have the on-page keywords. Just make sure your titles are concise, accurate, and are not deceptive or trying to repeat words, because that will penalize you as far as Google and search engine optimization goes. Guys, that's all I have for this video. I'm probably over my 10 minutes already, I'm not sure, but I'm going to follow up on this video with another and some more information on this series. And the channel is NixWebo on YouTube. Please subscribe over here at the top right, guys. I really appreciate that. I got a bunch more information coming. This is the 3rd video in the series, and I'll probably do 6 to 10 here. I'm not really sure, but content is king, and here's how is the video series. So if you go to NixWebo channel on YouTube, you can click a playlist at the top, and see everything in this playlist if you'd like more information like this. And if you're more interested in SEO than strictly the on-page content, check out the series, How to Create a SEO-Friendly Web Page. And I have a full series of more information directly from Google on that series, guys. So if you want to hear what Google is looking for, watch that video series and it'll give you the information you need. Nick Simpson, webmasterbusinessplan.com, and I appreciate your time. Thanks for watching.